Hey guys, so the AI search startup Perplexity is apparently making an AI web browser. Now, this is actually a pretty big deal, especially when you consider the fact that this is something that's been attempted before with very limited reception. The concept of an AI web browser is something that has seen some positive reception and some negative reception, but it's a concept that hasn't really worked yet. There's some things that I feel like, just based off of how it's been received by the general market for it, that AI just isn't really useful for. And one of those things is web browsing. So this is a little but we're going to go ahead and cover it in today's video. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with this article by The Verge, but I'm going to go ahead and get into a couple different things here, so I'm going to switch between web pages here, so, bear with me for a moment. Perplexity just launched an AI web browser called Comet. Now, Comet will use Perplexity's own AI search tools and assistant in a way that CEO Aravind, I'm not going to pronounce that last name, sorry, but the CEO says will transform entire web browsing sessions into a single seamless interaction. So Comet will only be available to users who subscribe to the $200 per month Perplexity Max plan. That's like $200 a month? That's more expensive than your phone bill. $200 a month. Okay, that's my first issue with this. $200 a month? No! But let's keep looking before rolling out more widely on an invite-only basis. The browser uses Perplexity as its primary search engine, which serves up AI-generated responses to queries based on results from around the web. It's also supposed to be able to buy products on your behalf and help you book hotels. So it's meant to be an AI assistant in a browser. Comet is backed on Chromium. Go figure. They're not going to use their own web engine, so, that makes sense. It's backed on Chromium, similar to Google Chrome and Edge. Alright. Perplexity has expressed interest in buying Chromium and the rights to the Chrome project, and Google Chrome, if the court forces Google to sell the web browser, which is true. It's entirely possible because Google has been, in two separate court cases, marked as a monopoly. So, you know what? That's entirely possible that it could happen. But basically, it's a web browser with AI in it. And, okay, ignore that. How did I get to that other page? Whatever. Point is, it's supposed to be a web browser with an AI in it, and it's supposed to be next best thing since sliced bread. Here's my first issue, though. $200 per month? $200 per month? I don't know. That doesn't really sit well with me. I'm sorry. I think Perplexity is a great search engine, but $200 a month for a web browser? I get it's a beta, and it's going to be rolled out more widely, but starting off with the $200 a month customers, it's I don't know. That's really expensive. It's a lot of money for a web browser. I'm sorry. It's a lot. Now, here's the thing. This isn't the only web browser that tries to be AI-centric. There's a company, aptly named the Browser Company of New York. The Browser Company of New York is a company that made a web browser that you guys actually might know. It's called Arc. I've covered it. It was one of the first things I covered on this channel was Arc. And Arc used to be a pretty good browser. However, they gave up on Arc. The whole idea with Arc is it was supposed to be a replacement for Chrome. It uses the Chrome engine, and it's supposed to have all these nice quality of life features, has like workspaces, you can theme it, you can do all of these different things with it. And the idea is that they were going to streamline AI features into this slowly. And they were. However, they gave up on Arc, and now they're making a new browser called Dia, which does exactly what this Perplexity browser is doing, except it's free. It doesn't cost $200 a month. And the concept of it isn't necessarily bad, but the issue with these kinds of like AI browsers targeted to like, software developers or students or whoever it may be, people who have to work with a lot of information all at once, is for some reason the concept doesn't really click. I don't hear many people ranting and raving about this browser. In fact, I've heard a lot of negative comments as opposed to positive ones. In fact, everybody just wants Arc. Like, from what I've heard and from all the reception I've seen, people just want this, the thing they already were given, not this. And I don't know. See, the thing about it is that I feel like, and this is just my opinion based off of the things I've heard. If you guys have a different opinion, let me know in the comments down below, because I do want to hear what you guys think. But my opinion on it is that we shouldn't really be putting AI into things where it's not necessary. Like, I feel like AI in a search engine is helpful, but putting AI in the whole browser, it's like there's some things where the user experience makes sense, and then there's other things where it just doesn't seem to click with the majority of the users. For example, those AI like wearables, those AI like handhelds where you can like put it on you or carry it with you, and it's like an AI assistant in your pocket, like the Rabbit R1 or any of those. Those never really went anywhere for a reason, because it didn't seem like an actual like value add to the customer. The customer didn't really care. It's like, I already got a phone in my pocket that I can go to ChatGPT or Google Gemini or whatever I want on. Why need a wearable? It's kind of similar to this. A lot of people don't really see the appeal of having a AI in the web browser itself. A lot of people would rather just go to whatever platform they use for AI, whether that be, just ChatGPT itself, maybe you use Google Gemini, maybe use an aggregator provider like T3 Chat, maybe you use any number of the possible AI platforms, maybe you host AI on your own hardware, right? Like, I'm just saying, this is an idea that's already being tested and already has been tested with very limited reception and very limited oh yeah, this is good factor. Like, I feel like this is kind of a risky move, and I don't know how many testers they're gonna get out of this, because it's literally only available right now to people who subscribe to a $200 per month plan for Perplexity. Which, by the way, why is there a $200 per month plan? Like, that makes sense if it's like a business thing, but I don't even think this is a business plan. This is like a consumer plan for $200 a month. Like, I get it if it has like the super powerful AI models and stuff like that, but $200 a month? Like, that's more than your like carrier. That's like more money you'd spend than if you had like both like a premium unlimited phone line and satellite TV with like NFL prime time and like the premium sports and HBO and everything. $200 a month. I I'm sorry, I just don't see how people would spend that much money. AI is a very useful resource and it's a very high demand commodity, but there's so many other places where you can get it for cheaper. 200 a month? I get it for the business aspect. Like if this is like something a business would purchase, like if this was like an enterprise thing, that would make more sense. But this is a $200 a month plan for B2C, business to consumer. This is meant for a single person. 200 a month. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this is just my perspective in things. If you guys would want to pay $200 a month for Perplexity and this web browser that's still in beta, then you know what? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, but I don't see the point. I really don't. This is a concept that has already been met with limited reception just in general. The concept of having an AI in the web browser itself, as opposed to just going to chatgpt.com or whatever else you use. It's already a concept that's been met with limited reception, and now they're putting a $200 a month price tag on it. I don't know. I like Perplexity, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this one's kind of a thumbs down on my part. Maybe the web browser is just that good. I don't know. Maybe it's the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't know. I don't see it personally. That's about it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care, you guys, and remember to stay safe out there.